Microwaving food has become so routine that many don't consider the risks it can pose to health, texture, and taste. But some popular foods can lose flavor or even become hazardous when reheated in this quick way. Studies show that foods like chicken and rice, for example, may retain bacteria if not heated thoroughly, putting you at risk of foodborne illnesses. According to a recent study, 1 in 6 Americans gets food poisoning yearly, and 128,000 of these are hospitalized. Not all foods handle the microwave well, and some end up tough, tasteless, or prone to bacterial growth, which can turn your convenient meal into a risky one. In this video, we'll look at 20 foods that shouldn't go in the microwave, explaining why each one may become unpleasant or unsafe to eat. You'll learn about how reheating affects certain foods, tips for safe alternatives, and how to preserve taste and quality. Check out the full details by visiting the link in the description. Number 1. Potatoes. Microwaving leftover potatoes can create a breeding ground for botulism if they weren't stored properly. The microwave may not kill these bacteria, putting you at risk. Potatoes stored in foil create an anaerobic environment that encourages bacterial growth, which microwaving won't fix. Also, potatoes lose moisture in the microwave, leaving them dry and tasteless. Instead, reheat potatoes in the oven to retain flavor and texture. Number 2. Seafood. Microwaving seafood can bring out an overpowering fishy odor due to the breakdown of fats and oils. This smell not only lingers, but also affects the taste of the seafood itself. Additionally, microwaving can dry out delicate fish, turning it chewy. Microwave heat can also unevenly warm seafood, leaving cold spots where bacteria may survive. Instead, warm seafood in the oven for a consistent, appetizing result. Number 3. Leafy greens. Leafy greens like spinach and kale contain high amounts of nitrates, which can turn harmful when reheated in the microwave. The microwave can convert these nitrates into nitrosamines, compounds that have been linked to certain cancers, but the risk remains low. Additionally, leafy greens tend to wilt and lose texture in the microwave, making them unappealing. If reheating is necessary, it's safer to use a stovetop method to warm them slowly. Number 4. Mushrooms. Mushrooms contain proteins and enzymes that break down rapidly, especially once they've been cooked. When reheated in a microwave, mushrooms can lose flavor and become rubbery. Microwaving can also speed up the growth of bacteria in previously cooked mushrooms, which poses health risks. To maintain flavor and texture, it's best to reheat mushrooms on the stove or in the oven, which provides more even heat. Number 5. Chicken. Reheating chicken in the microwave can lead to uneven heating, leaving cold spots. Cold spots allow bacteria like salmonella to survive, posing a risk of foodborne illness. Microwaving also alters chicken's protein structure, resulting in a rubbery texture that ruins its appeal. Microwaving also causes dried-out chicken, which becomes tough and hard to chew. To safely reheat, use an oven to ensure consistent, thorough heating and better texture. Number 6. Pasta with cream or oil-based sauces. Pasta coated with cream or oil-based sauces often separates when reheated in the microwave, causing an unappealing greasy texture. The microwave's intense heat breaks down these sauces, making them watery or curdled. Microwaving also affects the pasta itself, often turning it mushy. Instead, reheat pasta and sauce on the stovetop, stirring gently to bring back a smooth, appetizing consistency. Number 7. Fried foods. Fried foods lose their crispy texture in the microwave as the intense heat turns crunchy coatings soft and soggy. Microwaves don't circulate air, so they're unable to crisp up food the way an oven can. Beyond the texture, the oil in fried foods can become rancid when reheated this way, creating unpleasant flavors. For best results, reheat fried items in an oven to restore their original crispness. Number 8. Hard-boiled eggs. Reheating hard-boiled eggs in the microwave can result in explosive messes. The moisture inside the yolk creates steam, which builds pressure until the egg bursts, sometimes after you take it out of the microwave. This creates both a safety hazard and a messy kitchen. Even if it doesn't explode, microwaved hard-boiled eggs often end up rubbery. It's best to reheat these by peeling and warming them briefly in hot water. Number 9. Bread. Microwaving bread usually leads to a chewy, rubbery texture because the heat dries out the bread too quickly. The microwave alters the starch molecules, resulting in a tough texture that makes the bread nearly inedible. If you need to warm up bread, use a toaster or an oven to keep it soft and enjoyable. This method retains moisture while adding just the right amount of warmth. Number 10. Pizza. Reheating pizza in the microwave can make it rubbery, especially the crust, which often turns chewy. The microwave's high heat causes water molecules in the pizza to evaporate unevenly, ruining the texture and taste. For a better slice, reheat pizza in an oven or on the stove top. This helps restore a crispy crust and keeps the toppings flavorful. Number 11. Steak. Reheating steak in the microwave often leads to a tough, chewy texture as the microwave cooks it too quickly. The high heat can overcook parts of the steak while leaving other sections cold, which ruins the dish. Microwave reheating also drains moisture, making steak dry and tasteless. To keep steak tender and juicy, reheat it in a skillet over low heat. Number 12. Bacon. Microwaving bacon can lead to uneven heating, leaving some parts undercooked while others overheat. This inconsistency results in an unpleasant eating experience. The microwave can also make bacon overly greasy as it heats too quickly. Instead, warm bacon in an oven for even heating. This retains its texture and removes excess grease for a satisfying result. Number 13. Sauced or dressed salads. Microwaving salads with dressing, especially creamy ones, can separate the oils and curdle dairy-based dressings. The intense microwave heat ruins the consistency of the dressing, leaving it unappetizing. The lettuce or other greens wilt quickly in the microwave, making them soggy. For warm salads, keep the dressing cold and reheat only the non-leafy ingredients separately. Number 14. Tofu. Reheating tofu in the microwave can lead to a rubbery or mushy texture, making it less enjoyable. The microwave's high heat dries out tofu unevenly, affecting its taste and feel. For a better experience, reheat tofu on the stovetop where you can control the heat and maintain its texture. This preserves the tofu's original quality. Microwaving convenience has its limits, especially with these foods. By reheating with care, you can enjoy your meals safely and without sacrificing flavor. Number 15. Honey. Reheating honey in the microwave can change its flavor and texture, leaving it unpleasant. The heat causes honey to caramelize or crystallize, which alters its smooth consistency. It may even scorch, creating a bitter taste. Beyond texture, high heat destroys honey's beneficial enzymes and antioxidants. Instead of microwaving, warm honey gently in a hot water bath to retain its qualities. Number 16. Fresh herbs. Microwaving fresh herbs like basil and parsley causes them to wilt and lose their vibrant flavor. The high heat dries them out quickly, leaving you with an unappealing, brittle garnish. Their delicate oils evaporate, reducing both taste and aroma. If you need to reheat a dish with herbs, add them afterward. Fresh herbs work best when stirred in at the end for maximum freshness. Number 17. Peanut butter. Heating peanut butter in the microwave can lead to uneven consistency, with parts becoming too thin. The oils in peanut butter separate under high heat, creating an oily, unappetizing texture. This not only affects flavor, but also makes it difficult to spread. If you need to soften peanut butter, try placing the jar in warm water instead. This keeps the texture creamy and smooth without compromising taste. Number 18. Gelatin-based desserts. Gelatin-based desserts like jelly or panna cotta lose structure in the microwave due to rapid melting. The intense heat breaks down gelatin's stability, causing it to liquefy or form clumps. This ruins the dessert's texture, making it almost impossible to reshape. For a better result, serve these desserts cold or at room temperature. They maintain their consistency best without direct heat. Number 19. Apples. Microwaving apples, especially when sliced, can turn them mushy and strip their crispness. Apples lose moisture quickly in the microwave, creating a soft, unappealing texture. This change also impacts their natural sweetness and aroma. If you want warm apples, gently cook them on the stovetop with a bit of water. This method softens them without making them soggy. Number 20. Sour cream. Microwaving sour cream often leads to curdling, separating its milk proteins and making it grainy. The high heat disrupts the cream's smooth texture, creating an unappealing result. It also changes the taste, making sour cream more acidic. If you need sour cream warm, stir it in after heating the dish to maintain its consistency. This keeps it creamy and enhances your meal without the risks of curdling. Keep your leftovers safe and tasty. Reheating leftovers can be quick and easy, but microwaving isn't always the best option. Foods like rice, chicken, and leafy greens can lose their flavor, texture, and, in some cases, safety. While the microwave may seem convenient, it often fails to heat evenly, which can leave cold spots where bacteria might survive. For the best taste and safety, try alternative reheating methods like stovetop or oven warming. These methods heat food evenly and help retain moisture, flavor, and texture. By taking a few extra minutes, you can make sure that every meal is not only safe, but enjoyable. Remember, knowing which foods aren't microwave-friendly can make a big difference in your health and dining experience. When you reheat food properly, you protect your family's health and ensure that each meal tastes as good as the first time around. Keep these tips in mind to savor your leftovers safely and deliciously. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Also, don't forget the link in the description.